All right, now can you hear me? Is that better? Hopefully I have sound. Testing, testing. I should have sound now. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've live broadcasted. All right, so I have my new jelly plate that I made. This is version 1.3, I'm calling it, because I've melted it down twice since I made the original one. So I thought I'd play with my jelly plate tonight, but I'm going to start out with some Happy Mail. We're doing a Yay! We're doing a swap for die cuts. And I got this from Miss Mary Brewer. So I don't think she's in here right now, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what she sent me. And she has a lot of die cuts in this envelope. It's stuffed to the brim. But it's really cool. Several leaves, different colors. Hi, Carrie. Got all these different leaves. Now I'm going to be doing a swap with people with my die cuts, but I have a Pazzles, which is an electronic cutting machine. So we have some flowers, some stars. These window panes are really cool. So I'm not going to go through all this, but I just wanted to show you the pile she gave me. And I hadn't sent mine out yet, so I had no idea how many I needed to make. And I have a feeling if I'm going to pay her back how much she's paid me, I'm going to have to get back on my machine and cut some more, because this is an amazing haul. I don't even think I can use this in a lifetime. Look at these really cool ghosts. I guess I could show it like this. That's why I flipped the camera. But it's multiple copies of a lot of the different ones. So I have several ghosts, several leaves, several flowers. This says Joy, and it's in different colors. Look at all this. I mean, look at these pickup trucks. Lots of ghosts. Even a little miniature ghost. Big ghost, small ghost. So I think I'm set up in die cuts for a while. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Windows. Now I need to find a way to organize it. How do you guys organize your stuff? Tell you what, I might leave some of these leaves out for the jelly plate tonight. Yeah, we'll use that. Maybe a couple of these flowers. One of those. Hello, Jamie. Welcome. So we're going to do some jelly plating tonight. This is my stash of die cuts I got from Mary Brewer. So thank you, Mary. If you're watching this on replay, I appreciate it. And I'll have to go back and cut some more on my machine so I can send you more than I was getting ready to, because I didn't know how many to send in the first place. All right. We'll see how many of those my cat takes off with. All right, so again, this is my jelly plate. This is the homemade one that is based on PJ's video, which is based on Stacy's formula. I did my first one, and it ended up with some globs at the surface, so I melted it down. Then I played with my second one, and I did some damage to it because I used a metal fork on it. So I ended up making scratches in it. So don't use a metal fork or anything metal. Next thing I learned is don't use your heat gun near it, because I was drying something and I melted part of my jelly plate. So this is my third remelt of this, or I guess second remelt. All right. So I have various things I'm going to use tonight. I have stencils. I'm going to try and experiment with these embossing folders and see if I can use these to make neat patterns in here, because I imagine they're going to be easily washable because they're plastic. So we'll use some of those tonight. I have some various household items. This is some of that like cross-stitching plastic mat, some bubble wrap. So I have like 2 boxes of rubber stamps, plus various things. So I've only played with this once, but I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys do too. And if you guys want to offer suggestions for colors, patterns to do in it, I'm more than welcome to do anything you guys want tonight. So. Ooh, that paint has boogers. I'm also, along with paint tonight, I'm going to try to use my Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist that I bought at Tuesday morning. All right, it's a little clogged. All right, that's enough red then. Oh, that's a good idea. So a fork. Oh. Needs to make some Halloween, not Halloween, Valentine's backgrounds here for our Valen Poodles trade in the Pink Poodle Crafts. I'll have to get a comb though. I'm the type of person, I'm the guy who puts gel in his hair and runs his hands through his hair. Hi Michelle, welcome. All right, first print on this new melt. Let's see how it comes out. Oh, that paint dried on there quick. Look at that. That's not good. So being a beginner, I'm assuming that I put it on too thin. So let's go on here and redo that layer. A little more paint this time. See if I can get it to lift up. There we go. I think that's better. All right. I think when I do this, I get more paint on me than I do on the paper. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. All right, so I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to add another layer after this dries. So let's move on to another piece of paper. Oh, it needs a lot more because it's homemade? Huh, I wonder why. That's interesting. Well, I will be liberal then. Some of these paints are kind of old. I bought some off of Craigslist from someone who was getting rid of their stash. So I figured why not use it up now that I have a Gelli plate. I'm probably going to go through it. Hi, Spanky. Spanky, look at one of the stencils I'm going to use tonight. Yeah, I'm going to use this tonight. Oh, that's cool. Do you have to work tomorrow? Now, one of the things that I have to learn to do is like, you know, Stacy and everyone and Mandy and everyone else can really keep up the chit chat. I'm not necessarily a good chit chatter. So definitely would like the interaction with you guys if you could. Okay, I'll use it here in a minute, Spanky, to put an upper level on another one. Alright, so to catch these edges so I don't lose this other paint, I have some old dictionary pages that I'll pick up these colors with. That way I don't lose this paint on the edge. Man, look at how fast that dried already. Wow. Oh yeah, I understand about the roommates. Everything doing okay with them? So there's level 1 of this painting. So does anyone know if I just kind of wet this down with some water? I guess we'll learn right now. Oh, there you go, Yvonne. Just what I was thinking. Is that Gelli plate for you? Yes, Spanky, it is. Wow, even putting water on it didn't come up. Holy cow. Why is that drying on so fast, guys? That's interesting. Oh, that's not good that they lost the whole house. Has insurance at least started the process of getting them approved for a loan or a payment for another house? So Spanky, feel free to post anything about your fundraiser if you guys are still raising funds to help your parents. Oh, that's nice that you let them have the bedroom. You can always set up a bed in your craft room and craft all night with us. Yeah, Jamie, my other version didn't either before I remelted, so maybe it just needs to be worked in. That was the first, second, times I've used it, or as far as applying paint to it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, so it was a rental. Okay. So the homeowner is going to have to take care of worrying about the house itself, but your parents have to worry about contents then. All right, so it's dry as fast as it's drying. I'm going to put another layer on here, and we'll use Spanky's. Oh no, you hit the box back up, which you already took out? Oh, okay. So I'm using a little gold and a little bronze. I believe this is the bronze, yeah. And then I'm going to do some of this Tim Holtz stencil. So I'm going to lay it on here right there, and I'm going to use a piece of this. Use a piece of this dictionary paper. That's not good. I'm so sorry. And so there I kind of have a really cool page there I can use on things. And I'll lift it up. I'll move it over. Do it again. Wow, Spanky. That's no fun. But I'm glad you're able to offer them someplace to stay. You know, I know you stayed with them, if I remember right, when you moved there. So, all right. So we'll get some really cool papers out of these. And then last but not least, let me see if I have anything else. Yeah, I think the gold looks really good with the Tim Holtz stuff. All right, so now I'm going to do that over this and hope it lifts off and didn't dry too much. And if it did, this may be a short video because I'm not sure what to do. Well, make sure they throw in, like, you know, 5 laptops and 6 or 7 70-inch TVs. Hi, Rita. All right, here we go. Let's hope it lifted. Oh, it did. It did. Now, it might be hard to see on the camera. There's a glare from my light. Oh, yeah, Spanky, I'm glad too. You know, the funny thing is my shoulder hurts worse than my lower back right now, but I will admit I'm on half an Oxycontin twice a day, or an codone twice a day. So there you go. I think that angle's the best, but it gives a good ghost image. And when you're in person here, since it's a metallic paint, you can really see the gears. So it doesn't do it justice over the camera. All right, I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to go over it and make a really fun. Hi, minis. So far, if anyone's missed it, this is a background I made so far. We'll add something to it probably here in a minute. This was my first page so far. It looks like a rose in the middle. Oh, like right there. All right. So let's just put some hippo gray on here. I'm not saying anything about anyone here. Some really watered down silver. I have no idea about color theory, so if you all cringe at the color combinations I make, I apologize. Because I don't know anything about color theory. No, you're my girlfriend. I wouldn't call you that. All right, so I have this really neat old catalog. It's a men's clothing catalog. These pages are super thick and durable. So this is good for what we're doing. Look at that man. Woohoo! There we go. We'll cover him up. He's too handsome. Yeah, my theory is just throw it on there. All right. Well, there's a good start to that one. So I already have an idea what I want to do with that. I have a fun stencil that I'll probably play with on that one. I got a stamp. Let's see if this is wet enough. I don't know if it's wet enough to... There we go. Do you ever do ocean themes? I have not. This is actually one of my, basically my second time, Rita, doing jelly plates. So, or if you're talking about with my spray paint art. Thank you, Spanky. Rita, where are you talking about oceans? Are you talking about on here, on art, on my spray paint? Because I can do ocean scenes on my spray paint. It's been a while. I've never really done a lot of that. I do a lot more stuff above the ocean. All right, let's see if this picks up any of that. Oh, I think it did. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It even picked up a lot of that gold. Woo, that turned out cool. Wow. I like how that came up. Very cool. Is that what it is? You're not a winch. You're a that's a girlfriend duty. Wrinkled the heck out of that page. Oh, like a metal grate? Yeah, it kind of does. I like that, though. That turned out really cool. Hello to anyone that I haven't seen who's come in. I got my journal from my trade partner, so I'm thinking I'm going to film a video tomorrow to post revealing hers. She sent me, my journal and hers are so completely polar opposites in my opinion. She sent me, it's a 2-signature journal with a wide bind. What do you call that? The bind at the very end. What do you call it? The spine, where mine was a single fold with a single signature. So we had 2 totally different techniques, but she tried to make it, guy related, and she filled it with a bunch of nostalgic male ephemera and stuff. And when I say she filled it, it is full. I did sneak. I didn't do it on camera as a surprise. I've already looked through everything, and I guess I am minimalist because I didn't put a lot of stuff in hers. But man, did she load up the one she gave me. I feel bad because she gave me a lot of stuff, and I didn't give her as much as she gave me. Oh, thanks, Spanky. Now I need to figure out on this. I want to put something on top. I think maybe we'll do that. I think maybe we'll just do that one. So, what color? I think we need to go with something pretty light. Some light pink. Oh, I want to live by the ocean. Well, one thing about the journal I gave her, in my opinion, is like I definitely left room for her to fill in whatever she wants. So now there's room for her to do what she wants with the rest of it, which I assumed was the purpose of a journal, that you give someone else. But it was my first, and I'm glad I didn't shy away from it. I really am. I've learned so much stuff in the art community with all the different channels that I'm part of and all the crews we're with. So that's one thing for sure. I've learned a lot. Okay, so that I'll put right in the middle. Man, I bet that is pretty. All right, want to make sure it gets down in that little stencil. Okay, let's see how this turned out. Ooh, I like that. Cool. That is really cool. Neat. Wow. That's going to leave a good ghost image. Yeah, and fun thing is it's white with a light pink, so it's a little bit of a mix to go with the dark pink in the background. I think that one turned out good. Now the question is, what do I put this on? I think I'm going to put it on this. This is a paper I played with. These are those Tattered Angels sprays, so it's a glimmery paper. I think I'm just going to put some of this on there, but I'm going to do half and half from the side. Yeah, see, I'm not a journaling type of a person. I think that's more of a guy, because I'm more of a guy in that respect. I don't write stuff down. I mean, I barely have time to work, play my Call of Duty, and try to get some crafting in. Plus, you know, I've been trying to learn so many different crafting techniques. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it recently, I've been getting into chainmail jewelry because I've been watching Yvonne Williams. If you haven't, from Back to Earth Creations, if you don't watch her, you should. She just has the most infectious laugh in the world. And her tutorials are awesome. And I started doing chainmail because of her. And I'm going to go to a class tomorrow, I think. I don't know if I'm still going or not. I'm shaking the whole table. Sorry if the camera shakes. I was shaking the whole table. So my craft room is currently my kitchen table in my apartment. Most of my craft stuff is in boxes in my daughter's closet in her bedroom. I've threatened to take part of her room and turn it into a craft room because she's only here every other weekend anyway. So I think I might do that, but we'll see. Whoops. Gosh, that's the thing about this mat is it slips on the table. So if you don't know it, I am probably the epitome of frugal crafter. I don't buy things if I don't have to, especially if it's full price. Like, I don't have the glass mat that I probably would love to have, that like that We Are Memory Keepers or whatever it's called, just because I don't want to pay full price for it. But I tell you what, if I find it at a thrift store, I will get it. A lot of my stuff is thrift store finds or clearance aisle. Yeah, so found stuff is my favorite stuff. My Pazzles machine, which is my cutter, I got for $35 off of Craigslist, and all I put into it is about $10 in cutting blades, and I think I went ahead and splurged, and I think it cost me another $15 for a new mat, new sticky mat. And those things last me forever. Oh, a shelf liner. That's a good idea. But these are at Dollar Tree. These are the cutting mats at Dollar Tree. And when I started using this, I taped two of them together so that it can sit on there. Like, I would not have bought, I have these, these Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. I would never have bought these because I think they're $5 a bottle. But Tuesday Morning had 5 packs for $10, so I bought them there. It makes them $2 each. And I guarantee you these will last me forever because I don't do a lot of stuff with these. I don't do a lot of glitter work. All right, I think let's go ahead and, while I have these out, I'll play with them. I'm going to try them on my, I heard you can use them on this mat, so let's see, or this jelly plate. Ah. All right, this is Summer Glow, which I think is kind of an orangey color. So let's go with it. Cherry. Let's do some cherry. Yeah, and I've made some of my own, Jamie. I bought some of those dyes from, oh, what are they for? Like, not Israeli. Oh, man. There's certain dyes that are used in egg dyes, like, and it's a, oh, it's a special egg dye, and it's from over in Europe. I don't remember. I feel stupid that I don't remember. But basically, it's really good dye, and I put it in with alcohol and the mica from Dollar Tree. All right, so I'm going to put this down, soak this up. Man, see, I think, Spanky, I think you're lucky because you get first selection of any craft supplies. I go to my Goodwill and they don't have much for craft supplies ever. Oh, Rita, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that's kind of different. It dried fast, just like my paints. But I don't think they're soaking in. I think they're just drying really fast. No, it's not RIT dye. It's like those. Oh, maybe it's Ukrainian. So it's like Ukrainian egg dye or something like that. And it's very vivid. Well, I don't like how muddy it turned out. Oh, so it has to be on the floor an hour? Yeah, like Czech dye, maybe that's what it was, Kelly. Czech or Ukrainian or something like that. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. I didn't see you sneak in. Uh-oh. That may have stained my jelly plate. Maybe that's because it's not Gelli brand. Because I know the Gelli brand didn't stain. Maybe I won't use those on here. Not that it's going to affect anything because it's not going to come out. Plus, I don't like the way it turned out. It turned out muddy. You like that? I don't know. It's kind of muddy. It's kind of different. Because when you spray these on directly, like here's the cherry. So I'll spray over here like in the corner where there's nothing. I mean, look how vivid that gets. And that's not even, I don't know what my coloring doing. That's red. Looks orange on the camera. If you guys just have patience with me, I'm going to go get some alcohol, see if I can get it off. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. It shouldn't come off on anything. Nah, I'm not even going to worry about getting up. Whoops. Rita, where's that at? Where you don't have craft stores? Okay, so let's go. Ooh, that is thick. That may need to be thinned out. Yeah, I believe it for sure blew the transmission. Friend of a friend offered, he has a shop and he will fix it for $800. Which for me, I always hear that usually transmissions are like in the $1,500 range. Hi, Linda. So normally I hear they're in the $1,500 range. So 800 is good, but the problem is I don't have anywhere near 800. Matter of fact, I don't get paid till Wednesday, and I'm really short right now. But my work has a work pickup that is old, and they're trying to sell, and they said make them an offer. So I made them a lowball offer that I was hoping was fair, and they accepted it. So I'm going to buy this old pickup. It's a 2003 Ford F-150, and I'm going to drive it for a little while until I can figure out whether I'm going to go ahead and repair my car or just look at buying another one. I'd kind of like a newer model car. Two reasons. One, I'd like to try to Uber in the evenings and make extra money. And secondly, I'd really like to have just a more updated car. I've had old cars way too much lately. And although it's great because it's cheap and paid off, it's not great because they tend to break down and wear out really quick after you own them. All right, so this, I don't know how well it'll work on a Gelli plate. It's a mesh style, it's a mesh style stencil. And so I'm going to take that paper we just did with the ink, and I'm going to put it over this and see if that pattern comes through, which I think it will. Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, I always say if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have luck at all. Now, where I live in Springfield, Missouri, it's a small market. Ooh, there you go. So even though we have those muted tones that you guys like, I kind of like that the green and the blue kind of brightened it up just a little bit. Rita, an Uber driver, is basically a new version of what they call taxi cab drivers. It's a contracted person who drives their own vehicle, and people get on an app and say, I need a ride, you know, in town from here to here. You go pick them up, and you get paid just like you're a taxi driver. Yeah, I was surprised it came to my town so quick, but you have to have a car that's at least 10 within the last 10 years. And my last car, because when my wife and I separated, she took the one car we had that was running because it was in her name, and so I had to get a fill-in car, and my church donated me one, and it was a 2000. So definitely couldn't Uber drive that one because it had to be within 10 years. And the funny thing is, we still have taxis here. I thought maybe that Uber would hurt their business, but we have just as many taxis running around town as we do Ubers, if not still just as many or more. Because I don't know if Uber costs more than a taxi or not. Oh yeah, I don't think it'll be in a small town, but you know, I want to say we're 150,000, so we're not a big town, but we have a lot of college students, so I think they use it a lot at nights. They go out to bars and stuff. All right, so this is just kind of like, I have a spiral notebook off the side here that I'm doing my brayer on. And so this is just some of my scrap paper that I'm going to try to pick up and clean up some of this paint. That's cool. I'm going to leave that. I don't mind having those colors underneath. Nah, time to go bright. I wish I had teal. That's one of my next purchases. I love combining orange and teal. Again, I don't know color theory. I don't know if orange and teal belong together, but I like them. But we're going to go orange and purple. Are they allowed to get into a vehicle that's machine, Spanky? Huh. Now I know some of the Amish around here, and I'm not sure because some of them are different types of Amish. Around here, they will drive black vehicles. So they will drive vehicles, but they have to be black. Now we still do have some horse and buggy about 30 miles east of here. There's horse and buggy Amish still. All right, so I'm going to use an embossing folder from my Sizzix. Of course, this is a Dries brand, but I use these in my Sizzix. And I'm going to see if this would make good impressions in here to do backgrounds. So I think it would, because I think it would act like a stamp. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be cool. I believe Spanky, where are you at now? Indiana? Oh, look at that. That's cool. Now I wish I had an art bitch to clean all this up. Spanky, you need to come do cleanup too. Be my art bitch. All right. Oh yeah, I have piles of stuff over here to use. I haven't even started to use what I put off to the side yet. I have, if I wanted to, I have several different embossing folders to try. Oops, I think that's 2 pages. It is. All right, let's see how it turned out. Should look like clocks. Ooh, maybe not because it's too dark. So not a lot of them came through. There's those on that end. And if you look close, I can see the clocks there in the dark purple, but it kind of blended in. Rita, I'm glad to have you here too. But you can see him, I guess. See if you get him in the light just right. All right, so throw me ideas. This silver and gray background, what do you think would look good on it color-wise and pattern-wise? But see, now I printed on the other side, so I can't use those now. So you think blue on that gray would look good? So I have a vote for blue or the Tim Holtz stencil with bronze or gold. You talking about the gears again? Whatever I did with them. So I have a vote for the Tim Holtz stencil with bronze or gold. Maybe you do blue. I'm telling you, Minis, after, I'd seen Stacy do hers, then I watched PJ do his, and between the two of them, they made it look so easy that I'm like, okay, I have to do this. I wish I had teal blue. Oh, I have Tuscan teal, so I guess maybe that is close enough to teal. All right, Yvonne says I'm with Spanky, so the Tim Holtz stencil was gray and bronze, or gray or gold or bronze. What do I do with that Tim Holtz stencil? Hello? I have stuff all around my table here. Where'd it go? Good job, Sean. Huh. Gesso over it? Because it's horrible. I know it is. Yeah, Stacy's probably doing her pajama party. I don't blame you guys if you want to go over there. Everyone has a show every night, and tonight I was feeling good enough to sit down and do a live. So I understand if it starts in 30 minutes. That's cool. So I understand if you guys want to go and not watch multiple or anything like that. So hi, Shell, welcome. Doing some jelly baby. Seriously, Spanky, what did I do with that stencil? Hello? Hello? All right, I'm getting mad at myself. What did I do with it? You know what I did with it? I put it in this notebook. I am letting the paint dry up, aren't I? All right, so let's put some paint on this, and what we're going to do with that? We're going to put some... All right. I figured you took it. Get some blue on here. Oh my God, I tried to shake that with the lid open. Yeah, I put it in my notebook to dry. Good job. All right, so let's put this on here. And did Pam come in? Where's Pam? Oh, hi, Pam. I apologize for my appearance. That's why I'm not on camera. But look at this. I have not shaved in like almost 2 weeks. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Anyone else that snuck in? I'm sorry if I missed you. All right, there's that. That's kind of cool. So it has some of that clockwork coming through, and then the blue bled through. That's pretty cool, Tammy. So eventually, when we have enough of us doing lives every night, all night, we'll just all get monitors and have each live on a monitor. We'll have just like 10 monitors in front of us. Oh, Spanky, I'd love to collab. That would be freaking awesome. I don't know if this new or this used pickup that I'm buying will make it. I do have a trip in end of February up to St. Louis that I need to make, and I'm hoping the truck makes it there, which I think it should. It's only about a 3-hour drive, but it's iffy. It might not make it. But you say that. I don't care if women have hairy legs. That is just the biggest pain in the butt. I know it's a pain in the butt to shave my face, or pain in the face to shave my face. I don't care if you grow your leg hair out. We were all made with hair. Why shave it off? That's just a societal. That's a societal thing. Don't shave your armpits. Don't shave your legs. You ain't gonna make me upset. Sorry, aren't. Pulling out my Missouri verbiage here. So in my crafting room, in Stacy's, you go braless. In mine, you don't shave. Requirement is to be hairy in my crafting room. Heck yeah. I cannot wait to start doing my spray paint art, guys. I am ready. As long as my back, whether it be on oxycodone or not, I'm going to whip out the spray cans and do lives this spring whenever it gets nice. I am so ready to show you guys my spray paint art. Oh, shoot, grow your beard too. Teach us men what it's like to tickle our noses when we kiss. My problem with watching multiple lives is just the, having the sound on so I can keep up with all of them. I'll do two sometimes when there's two people on at the same time. But generally, everyone right now is kind of staggered where they'll either start at different times on the same night or there's someone each night that I watch. And I'm trying to find mine. I don't know that I can be consistent just because on a daily basis, I'm hit or miss whether I'm busy or don't feel well. How much do I charge for a small pick? So I charge $20 for a standard 11 by 14 on poster board. That's my medium that I paint on. 11 by 14, and generally if it's not too complicated to do, it's $20 plus shipping. And they've raised shipping, I think, to what, $6? About the rate for that weight is, I think, $6 in the US. So I still owe Mama Wanda a painting. I don't know if you're still in here, Wanda. I still owe you that. I do remember that. I have to do your Terrier, I believe it is, right? I owe Dana a painting that she wants to buy from me. Technically, I owe Spanky and Emily a painting. Emily just said she wants like painty paper, so I can have some fun with spray paint art and make painty paper, kind of like I'm doing here, but with spray paint. I don't know, what did you, Spanky, what did you want? Unfortunately, it's been long enough that I've slept since then. Shoot, the baby shower gift for your daughter, the Deer family. Oh, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, last fall, I was hurting so bad I didn't do much but lay in bed. I apologize. So if you're still wanting that, then remind me in the spring I need to do that one. I know it'll be late for your daughter, but Jamie, if you could you email me? If you look at my if you Facebook message me, that's fine. I'm on there as Sean Pat Schwindinger. You can find me in the groups. Or my email address is linked to my About page on my YouTube. I do have my email address. If you want to email me there and just say, spray paint art and the planet ones, that's simple to do. But right now, with it being winter, I can't paint, so it will be probably more like March if it gets nice here in Missouri. Okay, so you can make it more of a wedding gift instead now, Spanky? Well, Rita, I'm glad you did too. Well, I hope I can have one painted by August now, since the weather should get nice. Okay, so let's do this one. I found my Tim Holtz. I'm going to do a bronze and gold mix on this one too. Probably bronze more, I think. Maybe that bronze will pop against that. And I'm going to do, if it's okay, this is also, I believe, a Tim Holtz stencil. So I'm going to put this and the gears on there. I think that'll look cool. Ha ha, this August. I understand. I get it. I forgot and I didn't feel good. I'm sorry. Make me feel bad. Okay. Yay! Now, Works, you're going to have to tell me your real name because I can't remember it. But I'm glad you made it by. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to put that up there. Yes, I'm a starving artist. Luckily, I have a full-time job. Because I couldn't support myself on spray paint art in Southwest Missouri because, like I said, I would love to get more than $20 a painting, but right now that's about what people are buying it for. They'll actually bite at $20 a painting. Pilot Knob, that sounds familiar. I'm in Springfield, so Southwest Missouri, west of Joplin. Branson's just south of me. But Pilot Knob sounds familiar. I'm just not sure where that is. I grew up in Kansas City, so I'm from up that way. Okay, work hard. Works hard. That'll work. Okay, so hopefully I didn't ruin this. But if I did, I can just go over it with something else. So there we go. So there's that stencil. And there's the gear stencil. I think a gear stencil turns out cool with that bronze or gold. Ah! Thank you for the thumbs up. I don't even know how many viewers I have. I have that about 23. You are awesome! I love you guys. I love our crafty families. Okay, I still think I can get down in this paper. Pull up some more of that. Maybe not. Hey Rhonda, come look at some of this paper. Look at this stuff. So there's a background. There's one. There's one I did with the gears. Stamp.
I like the blue one.
Yeah, and I still have to put another layer on that, I think. What do you think of that one?
Oh, that's cool.
I did that one. Oh, and I did this one.
I like it.
I like how they turned out. Okay, so touch of blue would pop that pick. Touch of blue. So you're talking about touch of blue on this one still? So we'll do that too. So you think a light blue, just to kind of bring out the darks? Well, I understand if you don't smash like right away because maybe you don't like my videos. Actually, guys, that's my wife. She's staying with me a few days, helping me with transportation and stuff. Although we are separated, we are still really good friends. Oh, so you want the teal. Okay. Ooh. That turned out cool. I do have a teal. It's called Tuscan teal. So I don't think it's a real bright teal. It does lean on more of the blue side as opposed to maybe the greenish side. The guy in the picture is handsome. Who's the guy in the picture? Oh, where's the picture? Oh, you're talking about this guy? Hey, Rhonda, Spanky says hi. She said, tell the wife hi from the girlfriend. She laughed. Oh, now Tammy's saying they're all my girlfriends. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Yeah, I told you about Spanky, right? That she was my crafty girlfriend?
No.
Oh, well, I didn't tell her about you, Spanky. Whoops. Now she knows.
Where's Spanky from?
Indiana. Indiana. She lives kind of close to Mandy. Uh-oh, Spanky's being possessive. She says that she's his only girlfriend. So you guys have to fight over me, I guess. Oh, is this your husband? Is he a model, Minnie? That's pretty good. Except for I swear this guy's probably gay as can be. I'm sorry. Whoops, I shouldn't say that. That's mean. He's Tim Holt's boyfriend. All right, so what am I doing? I need to clean this off. I need to clean this off because we need to do teal. Rita, you're 67. I'm not. I mean, kind of getting close to your age. I'm not a spring chicken, that's for sure. I'm not a spring chicken. Tim is your husband? Jamie, I think Mario might have something to say about that. I keep joking around that if Tim asked me, I'd go gay for him. I tell you what, that man not only has the awesome crafty stuff, but I'm sure he has a nice wallet. Maybe he can buy me a new car since mine broke down. I'm sorry, Spanky. I don't mean to make you laugh like that. All right, so we're going to add teal to this, but I don't want to cover up and lose a lot of this stencil. Now, this stencil didn't come through as well as I wanted. Yeah, Minnie's Tim's partner, husband, I don't know if he's officially a husband or anything, is Mario, who is also working for Tim Holt's company. You'll get grounded and get kicked off the computer for a week. All right, so I don't know as far as when I do this, what is your recommendation? Because I've never really done enough of these to not lose this stencil if I were to do some blue paint on here. Should I maybe just put some teal off the side? Or real thin and then lift a lot of it up with this pattern? Would that look cool? Or maybe bubble wrap? Should I do a bubble wrap pattern? Spanky. Tim and Mario and Tim sitting in a tree. CRAFTING. First comes inks, then comes sprays, then comes stencils and a baby carriage. God. Oh. You lose something to get something. I need more stencils. To be honest with you guys, I don't have a lot of stencils, at least that I can find. I have this one, but unfortunately, it's 4 different patterns, and I don't know if that would look good. Do what I want. Do what I want. Okay, I'll do what I want. I know what I want to do. I figured it out. I'm going to do a thin layer of blue. This is the teal. Oh, that's cool. On my camera, it looks blue. I don't know if it looks that way for you, but it is definitely a teal on here. That's cool, Spanky. I know you talked about sending me some. Yeah, see, with my cutting machine, my Pazzles, I can make my own stencils now. I just haven't yet. I did get some acetate sheets that I'm going to try to cut some, especially now that I have this jelly plate. I think I need to make myself some homemade ones. Be on the lookout. I'm going to experiment first, but I think I'm going to do what they do. I remember watching a video a long, long time ago, and I can't find it again, but it's a method where you take glass, like out of a picture frame, and you layer your painting on it, and it's like a scene. So like if you have a set of stackable stencils, you paint them in reverse. I think they call it cold printing, but you paint them in reverse so that when you turn the painting or the glass over, you see almost a 3D rendering of this scene, because each layer of color, and almost similar to what you do with the jelly plate, because the lower levels will come through. I'm going to try to do that with one of my spray paint art stencils that I love to do. And I'm going to practice it, and then I'm going to try to do a live with it. Bye, MK3. There we go. There's the bubble wrap. So we didn't lose the stencils that I had under there. We have the teal now and the little bubble wrap pattern. What do you guys think? Ooh, that smells good. There we go. Yeah, so that I wish I could find that old video I watched, because it was really cool how they did it. So I'm going to have to experiment on my own first. To see. 6 more minutes? No. I know why you're leaving in 6 minutes. You're going to Stacy's live. I know. I understand. I would too. Oh, look at this one. This is a bingo embossing folder. Yeah, baby. Which I plan on doing. I'm going to try to do an embossing folder video or live. I've come up with different methods other than just like inking or whatever to try to decorate embossed papers to bring out the pattern. And I'm going to see what you guys think of them. I know, but it's Friday night for me. This is my night because I get to sleep in tomorrow. All right. I got lots of cleanup to do. Look at that. That's going to be cool. Oh, you bought 2 minis? Yeah, I got that one. Matter of fact, almost all my embossing folders I got at Tuesday morning. I tell you what, they are a deal. That's cool, Tammy. So they don't draw up their own dog's insulin. You have to do it for them. Well, sorry, you can't chat. What am I doing asking you questions? Okay, let's see how this turns out. I hope it came out. I hope it came out. I hope it came out. Oh, it did. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and I like that it's not a complete pattern. It's just part of it. Oh, my gosh, that turned out cool. I'll have to put another couple layers on here, though. I don't think this is done. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, they remodeled and opened a brand new Tuesday morning, and they closed down the old location, so it's nice and clean. Lots of space. Their craft section is a whole aisle, like a whole side of an aisle, not a whole both sides, but a whole one side. So I think that turned out pretty cool that they did that much. You know what? I have paint in this box and I haven't even dipped into it. What do I have in here? I have what's amazing is doing this jelly plate, I realized I don't have a lot of colors that I probably need for doing jelly plating. All right, Spanky. I will. I'll take pictures of all these and I'll post them in my different groups. I usually try to post in 70 Acres, Mandy's, Quality Crafts, and Pink Poodle. Just so that the variety of people, because some of them don't cross over. Like there are some people that don't go to Quality Crafts. I did make this jelly plate. Again, this is my third version of it though. My first version had lumps in it, so the surface wasn't as flat as it needed to be. So I melted it down. The second version was perfect, but when I used it, I ruined it. I used a fork and I made squiggly lines in it. And when I did, that actually cut into the top layer. Didn't even think of it. Plus, I melted part of it with a heat gun. So yeah, those are two things I don't. Those are two things I don't suggest. And then I melted it down, and this is the final version. Plus, I added a little bit more because I think each remelt I had some evaporate because of the alcohol. So this is actually a little thicker than I think the original ratio, and I think this one's going to hold up better. Okay. Some yellow. Get some of the yellow. Quality Crafts, like a koala, like from where koala's from? Australia, right? So Kola, the letter T, Crafts. Jen Evers is the lady who runs Quality Crafts. It was actually one of the first two groups I met. I met Stacy, the Pink Poodles, and then I met the Quality Crafts group, and she does a lot of card making because I'd never done like greeting cards. So she do a lot of card making, so I learned how to do card making with it. Oh, I could do a whole video probably by the time I do this plenty of times of a what not to do. Oh, I'm sure. Definitely learn the what not to do with jelly plate. Oh, here, I'm going to do this. So this is just a simple glass, and I'm using the rim to rim it. Watch your minds. Yeah, Shell, you know, Jen. So Jen does 3 videos a week, I believe 3. Wednesday is a card challenge where her patrons and her other members of the group will send in an envelope with stuff for her to build a card in 10 minutes. It's her 10-minute card challenge. And then she has one on, I think, Sunday and one on. So there's that. So you can see that it pulled up. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. So you can see that it pulled up the bingo layer and the new yellow layer with the circles with the cut. So I think that's a good reason, though, why I don't want to clean it off when I have this much on there, because that pattern looks cool behind it. Yeah, Rita, look up Jen Evers, Jen, and then last name is Evers, Evers. That's her channel. If you looked at my liked channels, you can probably find it in there, or my sub channels. She does greeting cards. She'll make tons of cards. So now see, I have paint. See, I'm wrapping around. I'm doing the back. So here was the front, that blue one we did, and now we got the back done. So I'm gonna loop around here and do some backs on some of these. So I'm gonna do him. So say bye to your husband. He's getting ready to be covered up. Yeah, and these painty papers, I'm probably not going to cut these down. I think these are the ones I'm going to use for the paper swap in the 70 acre studio. I committed to doing 2 trades, so that's, what, 40 painty papers. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this tonight is to build up my stock of papers, because I used some of them in that journal I made. Some of those were my painty papers. There we go. Now your husband's gone. Well, his head's sticking up there. Thank you, Jamie. So you can look up her group on Facebook, Quality Crafts, what Jamie put out there. And let me see if I can find her channel real quick, and I'll post the link. Bear with me. Jen Evers. Hopefully this will copy and paste okay. Whoops. All right, see if that'll work. I don't know if it will. I'm sorry I upset you. But I think he looks better now. Let me know if that link works. If not, I'll try to learn how to do that short link thing, or the Google short links, or whatever they call them. Ooh. Ooh, this doesn't want to come off. There we go. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, good. All men need a little paint. Just a little touch up here or there. Anyone have any other ideas of live videos you'd like to see me do? Like I said, I'm going to try to do reverse painting on glass. I'm going to try to do, I've done this faux stained glass project that I want to try to show everyone how to do. Of course, my spray paint art whenever it gets nice. I'm trying to think of what else I can do. Yeah, Jamie, me too. Don't let me do it again either. No, actually, Minis, this is a Tupperware brand sponge, and the outside is like a microfiber. And so far, it has worked really good. It was my first time trying it tonight, and it actually just goes right over it takes the paint off and it doesn't scrape into it. Matter of fact, I think this towel, this cheap Dollar Tree towel's probably going to do more damage to it than that sponge. All right, now what are we going to do? Oh, Jamie, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I know what I'm going to try. I got this Punchinella as a gift. Lots of Punchinella. How do I get it out of here? Look, it just never stops. Woo! All right, so let's cut some of this Punchinella. Holy cow, how much did I get? My craft area is a mess. Tomorrow I'm going to have to clean. Oh, are you talking about making die cuts? Oh, yes. I will work on that tomorrow. I've been a little busy this week. Let me set a reminder in my phone. So bear with me. I'm going to make a quick potty break and set an alarm in my phone to do Michelle's die cuts. So I will be right back and we'll do a background with this Punchinella. Whoa, whoa, man. No balance. All right. Sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom, so it was a good time to take a break. Rita says, I have some of that. Let me go back and see what was said. Yeah, I'm curious what her idea is too. Let's see. I'm so sorry, Rita. Yeah, minis. That's what this is, right? It's just sequin, the reverse of the sequins, right? Okay, so let's see how this turns out. That will be what I put. I think that's going to be my final layer on this bad boy. So we have gold and bronze in the background. We have blue. So this has to be kind of a bright layer. So what would be cool in that? Just kind of white, maybe? What light colors do I have? White. I think I'm just going to do kind of white. Do you think I should leave that page the way it is? You think? I don't know. I kind of feel like it needs a little bit more. Oh, white might disappear. Okay, so what can we put this on? What do we have over here? Oh, man. I don't know if I have anything prepared. Ah, this one. I've been wanting to put a little bit more on this one. So let's just do it on that one. That's why I like input from you guys, because you guys see things and have seen things that I may not see. But I think this one, the white will accentuate that pretty good, I think. Oh, well, it's a little more dramatic than I expected. It's cool, but we really lost a lot of that blue background that we had. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. But now I feel I lost a lot of the background of that one. Oh, well, shit. Now the ghosting of this punchinella is kind of cool. To lay something on that. Let's see. There we go. It's pretty subtle. Your husband's very decorated now, guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I know what you mean, Minnie. So instead of taking that across the whole thing, maybe I should have just done like, put the corner here and do the corner. So let's, well, I just need to start a new page. Now, is this your husband? Because if this is your husband, I won't decorate him. How many babies do you have in here, Minnie? Do we need to go through my whole catalog and shop for a husband for you? Well, the problem is minis with less paint. You mean don't spread it all the way across? Because my problem with less paint we found earlier was that it was drying on my jelly plate too quick, and so I needed to make sure I put a little bit more. Oh, Rita, that's cool. Yeah, come back and finish watching after it's posted. After we're done, it'll post up on my channel. Ooh, I like how that turned out. Oh, I like that. Definitely like how that turned out. I like using that punchinella. Night night, Rita. Be good. Hmm. I don't think that's working. Yeah, I kind of like that red color. It's called Sweetheart Blush. If you look at my week 42, the last one we did, the circles on there, the dark circles with the black in the middle, that's that same color red. I think it just pops. It's nice and dark. Notebook paper is definitely very thin for this process. Oh, see, look, it ripped. Ah, it ripped. That's all right. Be good to put on ATCs or something, just as background paper. I'm running out of places to lay this. Oh, I'm making more of a mess. There we go. It looks like a lot of those ink stains are coming up slowly but surely. I missed what you said, Michelle. You said something about going out and eat? Well, you go have dinner. And I appreciate you stopping by very, very much. So I'm going to try to keep doing more lives and more videos. With YouTube's new formula for monetization, it kind of threw me for a loop. I was kind of holding off on videos because I had gotten to that 10,000 viewer or views level, and I was actually in the middle of being approved for monetization when they changed this new formula. So now I have to put out content, which is fine. I love it. I really was actually chomping at the bit to get out and do more content. I think that's good. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that very much. And so do you. I love watching your videos too. Even though usually during the day I can't get on lives because I'm at work. But we will see. Okay. So the idea of this one, finding that heart stamp, is I'm trying to do my Valenpoodles. So this one I'm going to try to just make a simple background to start ATCs for my Valenpoodles. You guys know how to cut down 8.5 by 11 to get 10 ATCs out of it, don't you? If you don't, I can teach you really quick. Alright, so there's my background. You leaving too, Jamie? Okay. Tell everyone in Stacy's group hi for me too. I might pop in there after I'm done here, but I don't know when I'll be done. I'm really enjoying doing this daily plate, but this will be good. These are going to be great ATC backgrounds. This turned out cool. That red really pops. So what I do is whenever I do a background piece of paper, like a mix media mashup or something, I want to do ATCs. You can cut it 2.5, 2.5, and that leaves you 3.5. So it works perfect because 2.5 and 2.5 is 5, 3.5 is 8.5. So then you have 2 strips of 2.5 that you'll cut 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. You get a total of 10 ATCs out of one piece of paper. So I like doing it that way. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, this background, this will be perfect for my Valenpoodles. Hi, Christy. I'm sorry if I missed if you came in earlier. My bad. I got to learn how to keep up with chat and everything else at the same time. Do, 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 do. You're welcome, Yvonne. Ah, paint boogers. There we go. Got another embossing folder with a really cool design in here I'm going to try. What I should do after I do that is put a piece of paper in there like this and run it through the embossing machine. That way that paint will actually stick to the embossed layers. I'm going to do that. I think next embossing folder I'm going to have a piece of paper ready and to get the embossing machine out. I think I'm going to emboss with it, see what it does. Woohoo! Coming up with new fun things. All right, say bye-bye to hubby, guys. Hubby number 2. Now on this one, we should have the green with that cool embossing folder pattern. And we also should have a little bit of those hearts left over. So we should have some red with that green. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, so there's that embossing folder. And we just have a hint of the pink and red. It's not really a bunch, but it really kind of pops through there. It's a good use of the old paint. But that pattern's cool. And the good part about them is those embossing folders are plastic, so they'll clean up real easy. Lori, that's a great idea too. I do emboss on fun foam to have for texture for stamping for mixed media projects. I'm buying some fun foam. I love that idea. All right, so now I'm going to get the embossing machine out and ready because I'm going to do another embossing folder on here. So if you guys didn't get it when it was in there, this is the Texture Boutique by Sizzix. I got it at Tuesday morning, and it was like $20. So it's the small one, so it's not very big, but it does its job. So I'll put it over here so we can emboss after we do it. Let me grab the folders. Okay, so we got that. I'm just going to use a piece of paper here. Which one are we going to do? Ooh, this one's a cool pattern. So this is the pattern. It's Tim Holtz Alterations. And it's this, I don't know what you'd call it. Not Argyle. Maybe that's Argyle. Is that Argyle? So we'll put that in there afterwards and we'll emboss it with some paint on it. And it won't be a lot, but it'll be kind of different. So got that, got that. bake and bend clay with the embossing folders to make stamps. That's also a good idea. Does that stay kind of pliable so that it's a little soft to do stamping, or does it get hard, but you can still stamp with it? All right. Now I got to figure out what I wanted to do. Oh. All right. I'm addicted to these metallics. See, I like it when everyone comes together and has these really cool ideas that we can share in these chat rooms and run away with them and try them ourselves. Christy, are you going to do any spray paint art? All right, here we go. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're going to do some spray paint art. Lori, I don't. I spend the for us, it's $3.86 for Rust-Oleum or Krylon at Walmart. So for me, a $4 can of spray paint goes pretty far. Okay, so before this dries, I'm going to stick this in my Sizzix real quick. So it actually goes pretty far on the main colors. Now, black and white, I usually buy the 99-cent stuff. Uh-oh, I forgot I had to trim this down. I usually buy the 99-cent stuff at Walmart or 98-cent stuff. And so black and white, I use the cheaper stuff, unless it's a critical part of the painting. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. No, I've been addicted to doing this. So I'm going to take that out in a minute. I want to get this before this dries. So we'll get this. Oh, another video I want to do is I have those marbling kits from Dollar Tree, and I know you guys have seen it time and time again, but I want to play with it on video one night, so I'll probably do another painty paper night with it. That's another thing I keep forgetting I need to do. But I'm telling you, spray paint art, I love doing spray paint art. That is my primary medium. All this other stuff is me just learning and getting to know stuff and learning new techniques. All right, so there's that one. That gold metallic kind of glows. Try to get the right angle here. You can see a little bit of that green came through, which is no big deal. But look at that argyle pattern. Look at how that came through. Turned out cool. Christy, that's a good deal too. 2 for $5. All right, let's see how the embossing folder turned out. Oh, that turned out cool. All right, so I don't know if you guys saw it. I used the embossing folder to put the texture into my main thing, and then while it was still wet, which again, I'm going to have to clean these all up afterwards, I put my paper in it and ran it through, and look at that. So now it's not only textured, it's embossed, so it's raised. So it has that really cool texture, and now it's already painted, and that saves you a step, because a lot of people will emboss and then take like ink and do the felt and try to accentuate the texture. Now it's already accentuated. This went even better on this side. I like how this turned out. Yay, we're coming up with cool ideas. Oh, man. Oh, and I feel like I had more paint on me than on the paper. All right, put that away, even though that was fun. I'm not going to do any more of that tonight. Let's see. Boo, boo, boo. This set was one of my favorite ones I got at what was it? Tuesday morning. It was a set of 3. It was the Sizzix Alterations by Tim Holtz, and it's these little mini ones. And this is a set of gears, so it really puts a neat set of gear embossed on something. Put ink in my embossing folder. Never thought about putting ink. Yeah, so, I mean, me neither until just now. This one's cool. This antique car. And then last but not least, this guy with that umbrella. All right. Time for Diet Dr. Pepper. Time for a drink. All right, so both sides of that paper is done. Both sides of that paper is technically done, at least with one coat. Both sides of that is done. Oh, I have the back of this one I want to do. This one I'm not going to do the back of because this is just for my ATCs, so I'm going to keep it one-sided. Have the tie side of this. This was the other side. If you guys missed this, this was an embossing folder of clocks. So we'll decorate the back of that. So I'm going to do at least 2 more. We did both sides of this one. I like how that turned out. I really do. It's growing on me more and more. That Punchinello is cool. So we have both sides of that, both sides of that. What else do I have? Oh, I have the back of this one to do. We did this side already. We did the front of this one. This was one of the first ones we did. We got to do the back of that one. So if you guys want to stick around, I'm doing at least 4 more. I'm going to do at least 4 more paintings for us. And then if we want to, we can call it a night or whatever we want to do. So I do want to at least do these other 4 sides. So if you'll hang with me, I'm going to keep going. This is where I wish I had more of a variety of colors. I do admit I don't have a lot of colors. So a 50-cent paint at Walmart is going to be hit soon. I keep repeating colors. Actually, I want some more metallics. I love the way these metallics keep coming out. Nope, that's a bright blue. Okay. Make sure to thumbs up if you haven't thumbs up, or thumbs down. I hear that either way, it still is good for your channel. I don't know why this one's so thin. Yeah, I think the metallics are pretty cool too. I just don't have a lot of them. You know, I don't do a lot of acrylic painting. I started going over to my friend's house, and we'd have an art night every few weeks, like about once a month. And this was one of my favorite acrylics that I ever did. I actually have it hanging up on my wall. I have nothing else on my walls in my apartment because I'm not much of a decorator. And I painted this one. So this is acrylic. So it's kind of a moon. So the tree wraps around as holding the moon. So that was my favorite painting I've done. It took me probably a year and a half to finally get to this level where I felt comfortable working in acrylic. Yeah, most of the paintings I did before that I took home, but I really don't do much with them. They're kind of, I think they're sitting in my bedroom, I think up on my headboard in a pile because I don't like any of them. Maybe one of these days I'll just paint over them, spray paint over them or something. I don't know if I want that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thank you guys. Like I said, that was actually my favorite painting I've done. So I'm definitely proud to hang that up on my wall. What's Stacy working on tonight, guys? And gals, I guess. So there's a gray background. We'll probably do some more to it. It pulled up some of that gold. Let that dry for a little bit. Oh, that's cool. Is it something similar to? Is it something similar to like this pattern here? Because this is like one of those mesh. I want to say like cross stitch plastic sheets. I'm going to do that right now, actually. Fallon Poodles. Man, these paints are all goobery. Yeah, I'll have to look in the kids' toys for some pattern stuff that would look cool. There we go. That's cool. So I kind of added to that one where we had a pink and red background, and then we did the gold ghosted stencil of the gears. I just kind of did that waffle pattern on there real quick just to give it a little bit of pop on the top. I like how that turned out. Okay. Let's do the back of this one. Big wheel trucks, bubble wands, suction cup balls. What are suction cup balls? Sean, you're going to have tons of stuff to clean up. Oh, I know. That's why I said earlier I need an art bitch. I did that mix media mashup the other night, and I was so tired afterwards I left my stencils with paint on them, and I cleaned them today before this. Man, it's definitely harder when you let it dry for a couple of days. Okay, so this is a bunch of layers of stuff. So you remember we had that golden gray below, and then I added the pink and red just now. You can see it even pulled all the way down to the green layer. So to be honest with you, this might be a completed side the way it has all those layers, because you can see the bubble wrap, you can see the waffling of that stuff. Yeah, you're supposed to clean stuff up. Who knew? So I like how this turned out. I think it's complete in one print. Yeah, Christy, a lot of these papers, if I do something with them, I'll show you all. But a lot of these papers are going to be for the painty paper swap in 70 Acre Studio. Or, yeah, 70 Acres Flock. Because I signed up for 2 trades, which is 40 pages, 40 papers. Now, because I like a lot of these, I may cut them in half and send one to each partner. Because, like that one, I think it'd be awesome if I cut it in half and sent it to 2 different people. It'd be awesome. Yeah, see, this one turned out totally complete. I love how this one turned out. So I'm going to clean this off. I think we're going to start from scratch on this plate. I think we've overdone the layers. I will say, like I said, this is a Tupperware sponge with like a microfiber cover over it, and it has worked wonders because I get it nice and sopping wet, so it pulls that paint off really well. I'm able to take the main part off, then come back and do a cleanup, and it really takes it off. So Tupperware, put a plug in for them. I don't know if they make these anymore. Ooh, you know what I ought to do is I have a scanner at work, like one of those big copier scanners. I should scan these. Maybe I should scan these so that we have electronic versions that we can share, like I can give to the group. So that if you wanted them, you can print them off in color on your printer or wherever, the library or wherever you can get color prints. Yeah, I'd love when you guys all share your papers. Oh, who did the papers? Oh, Tina. Did you guys see Tina's recent painting or pictures? They're marble, but it doesn't look like she used the marbling kit from Dollar Tree. Because to be honest with you, they're very vivid colors. And see, I'm looking like I'm getting little pock marks in my surface here, and I'm wondering if I'm ripping it a little bit with stuff. I don't know. Maybe not. I think maybe they're just air bubbles, that maybe tiny little air bubbles. But you know what? I don't notice them. People are like, oh, you need to make this as flat as possible. I have a few bubbles that are big, But I don't think you can tell because, I mean, all these painting papers are all messy anyway. Anyway, I'm just babbling. Sorry. Okay, so I have the back of this one to do. I have the back of this one to do. And I don't necessarily like how this one ended up yet, so I may try to put something on this one. Yeah, it could be from the Punchinella, but you know, I don't know. Like I said, it's not a rip or anything. It's like a little hole, almost like they're tiny, the tiny teeny bubbles maybe. But I mean, this is holding up so much better than my last pour of it. My last pour of it, I really, even with the fact that I did the fork, which was stupid, I was getting the edge of it tearing, and that's just from playing with it and stuff like that. I got a tear in the edge. This is very tough this time. And I hear when you remelt them that maybe it makes it tougher each time. So maybe that's what happened, is now we're real tough. All right, this is where I'm getting a creative block. I don't know what to do next. Don't know what to do next. What do I do next? Yeah, do another layer, and the painting, the paint's as thick as the paper was. All right, so I want to add some color to that. I want to add some color. Yeah, Christy, basically that's what I'm on. I'm on my second remelt, my third plate with this batch. Only because, like I said, I messed it up the second time by using sharp objects like an idiot. Oh, actually, I just got a bunch of die cuts from Mary Brewer, but they're these leaves and flowers. So you're talking about like put them down like this? Oh. So Mary Brewer sent me her die cuts already. And I got a huge batch. I showed them at the beginning of the video, so if you go back and watch, you'll see what she sent me. I'll tell you, she sent me a lot of stuff. All right, let's try that. So what do you think? You're talking about like that? So that'll mask off areas. Okay, now we gotta be careful. That they stay down as I do this. Oh no, I just took up the... You hear me gasp? All right, that's where I gotta be careful. Slow but surely. Yeah, it's not sticking down, darn it. Or should you put the... I should have put the paint down first, then put these down. I don't know. Yeah, did you get all these too, Christy? She sends you all these like ghosts and all these leaves and flowers. Tell you what, it was amazing. I was gonna send her some, but I didn't know how many to send, and here I get this batch. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go print some more or go cut some more. All right, I don't know if that works out very well. If you put a layer of paint and then the die cuts in a different color on top, they stay better. Okay. All right, well, I'll pull these up for now and see what I do next time. I'll put them down after I put a layer of paint. Right now, I don't even know I have enough paint on here to pick up anything, but we'll try. All we have to do is try. Okay. Okay, so I put a layer of paint down, put the die cuts on that, then put another layer, then I put paper over it, pull it up. Okay. Well, that still turned out pretty good. I mean, look at that. That turned out really good. I mean, I got enough yellow on there to complement the grays and silver. And yet you can still see the pattern. There's some leaves. There's some flowers. I like it. It didn't turn out too bad. I like it. All right, so let's do that again. This thing has goobers in it. Oh, there it was. Okay. Okay. So let's put down, this is my base color. And put these down again. So I want to go and put this in there. In there. All right, so I do that. And then I go over it with another color. Stick those down. Okay, so now those are stuck. What other color do we want? You know what I want to do? Teal. Oh no. Lime green on that yellow. Oh, hi, Arlene. Well, Arlene, you can either buy a jelly plate or you can make one. If you go to Epiphany Crafts and look at PJ's video from January 1st, it shows you how you can make one. So this is a 12 by 12 in a 12 by 12 cake pan. And just with some isopropyl alcohol, gelatin, glycerin, and water, I actually was able to make this myself. And I tell you what, I don't think it's I think it's a lot cheaper than a regular jelly plate brand. But if you just want to buy one, you can buy one. Because I don't think you can get a 12 by 12 in a jelly plate brand one either. But I'm telling you what, I waited too long to make one of these because I love doing this already. I can already tell I'm going to be addicted to making painty papers. Do you do the backs and fronts of all your papers? Lisa and everyone? Lori? Christy? Okay, so here we go. All right, so these things stuck. Ah. All right, these die cuts got a little saturated with paint, and now they're tearing up. Whoops. Oh no, the paper's sticking. Darn it. Probably better if these die cuts were in plastic or I didn't use them more than once maybe. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera, guys. Oh no. Well, gave me some texture this way at least. But it looks like if your die cuts get too wet, and they come apart. But again, that's okay. I mean, I like that effect. I mean, to me, it almost looks like real leaves were put on there, and that's the remnants of leaf. So that's not, I mean, that's not too bad. I'm not too upset about that. That actually looks kind of cool. I don't know if they're cardstock. What are they made of? Yeah, they're cardstock, like a, not a heavyweight. I think it's like a scrap paper cardstock. This one's a little more heavy duty than this one is. These things turned out cool though. Now I have like a yellow, instead of the green, I have a yellow flower if I wanted to keep it. All right, so now what I want to do is I probably want to put another layer of color on here, right? And take that up so that I have that color in here mixed with the yellow and the green. So let's go. This is where I want to go with teal as a background. That'll be a pretty cool background. Okay. Now, I know many. I thought about doing that, but because I'm starting with a white piece of paper, I wanted to get a little color for that background. But I know what you guys were saying too there, just to get a pull with that, like that. I kind of wanted to give all those flowers and leaves another dimension of color. And if it doesn't look good, then we can blame me because I didn't listen to you guys quick enough. See, I like how the flowers and all that stuff turned out blue, teal. Yeah, I like how that turned out. Wow. And again, I don't know why my camera, to me, looking at my screen and my camera, that looks like more of a blue, but it is a poppin' green, blue, teal against that yellow. I'll take pictures of all these tomorrow and post them in the groups. And hopefully the pictures will show that teal a little better. But that turned out great. I'm liking my papers, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have really helped me and motivated me and gave me great new ideas. And I hope I've shared some with you guys that you can walk away with. I have finished all my pages that I have started, and I have fronts and backs. So I'm going to clean up my plate. Tomorrow I am going to do my video reveal of the journal from Susan. I think you pronounce her last name Geither. She was my swap partner in the Pink Poodle Pack Patreon journal swap. So I'm going to film hers. Unfortunately, when it came, her binding, good night, Lisa. Unfortunately, her binding on her signatures came loose. Her string untied or broke in the shipment. So the signatures aren't sewed in right now. So after I do the reveal, I'm going to try to figure out a way to sew them in without messing with too much of the integrity of what she was giving me. But it turned out so awesome. Tomorrow I'm going to work on Michelle's die cuts. She's looking for particular patterns. And the fun thing is I have one of those Pazzles, which is an electronic cutting machine like a Cricut, but the brand is called Pazzles. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I got it on Craigslist for like 40, 35, 40 bucks from someone local. And it's still in pretty good working condition. I had to buy new blades for it and eventually a new mat so it would stick down. And I can cut any pattern that I can get an SVG made of. I can make my own. It's not creative enough with electronic drawing programs. But I'm going to cut her some specific die cuts. So if you guys ever want anything, just let me know, because I do have the ability to, especially if we have cut files for them, I have the ability to cut die cuts and stencils and different patterns. So I have some acetate, so I'll probably cut myself some really cool stencils for my jelly plate. Alright, so that is cleaned off. I don't know where you guys store it, but this is where PJ and them suggested storing it. This works out really perfect. It fits right here in the middle of this paper storage container. Keeps the dust and the dirt out. And it's put away. Now if you guys can come clean my embossing folders and my stencils for me, please, I'm going to go relax and enjoy the rest of my night. That's the ticket price for coming in and watching my show. That brayer is dirty too. Look at that. Yeah, so a Pazzles is just like a Cricut and all that stuff. It's a cutting machine. Now, I have an older version that doesn't have the laser or the sensing position, so I can't do like the scan and cut does, where I can print something or have it print something and then cut around it like a fuzzy cut. Mine is just simply a cutter or like a die cutting machine, but electrical. This container is the scrapbook case that you can get at Michael's. They have them on sale a lot of times, like 3 for $9.99, $4, things like that. But this is just that 12 by 12 scrapbook paper case. Yeah, Christy, you'll have to remind me what you want and need. I'll have to circle back around. If it was a conversation we had before, I'd probably forgotten what I was supposed to be doing. Okay, so this container is just the scrapbook case. Watch PJ's video on Epiphany Crafts if you haven't seen it. He put it out January 1st, and that shows you how to use a double boiler to make a mat. His formula comes up for this 12 by 12. So my next live, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to put one out here soon. And tomorrow I'll try to put that journal release out. So thumbs up, spread the word. Let's keep sharing everyone's craft videos. Yes, Azramoose, and welcome, by the way. I did make the jelly plate based on PJ's video and the formula using the glycerin, the alcohol, the water, and the gelatin. So it actually is an awesome plate. So be on the lookout for pictures. I'll post these after they dry and I have some daylight, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you again.